Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Newsac Summer Solstice, Monday 21st of June 2021. We're looking at the front of the papers. First up, New York Times, 4 pictures of the candidates out and about doing stuff. Story about billionaires funding them, surprise, surprise. Corona recovery, something about bishops trying to pass new Eucharist rules in America so that Joe Biden can't get communion at Mass because he passed supposedly pro-abortion laws. Ethiopia's premier going to the polls, but they've big problems there. There's a lot of people suffering from famine in the north where the Tigray province is. Also, they've got a standoff with Egypt over a dam they're building on the Nile, and they've got a border dispute with Sudan. Some kind of puff piece down here about Liz Cheney. Story about a man who's out working on a building site in the heat. Doesn't look too good. USA Today, Obamacare repels third challenge. Okay, old news from Thursday. Picture of Juneteenth over the weekend. Down the bottom, story about a system of hospitals. Houston Methodist hospitals are going to make vaccines mandatory for employees. Wall Street Journal, picture from over the weekend. Alabama got hit by tropical depression Claudette. Iran's next president, that's Ebrahim Raisi, got voted in over the weekend. Congratulations. Tight labour market returns the upper hand to workers. Employers competing to offer higher pay, signing bonuses and perks. Good story, I guess. Financial Times, bagpipes and cash. Companies pull out stops to lure workers back to the office. Okay, I guess if you're in high-paid finance job, you get a lot more. Bagpipe sounds pretty good. I'd be up for that. There's Ebrahim Raisi with his hands up. Story there about Morrison's rejecting an £8 billion bid for their company or something. Bill for HS2 jumps another nearly £2 billion as COVID adds to rail projects delays. HS2 is a high-speed railway line that's going to go directly across the UK. Controversial because it's ploughing through loads of ancient woodlands and places with protected species in them. One of the woodlands was the inspiration for The Fantastic Mr. Fox by Roald Dahl. The Australian Deputy Prime Minister vows no retreat. That man, the big picture, is Michael McCormack. He's been ousted as the leader of the Nationals and replaced by a man called Barnaby Joyce. So McCormack and Joyce, lots of Emerald agents over that part of the world. Down here, serial conspiracy theorist at home with ABC. ABC did some show and they featured this guy, Peter Alexander Priest. He's a guy who claims to have an off-planet security clearance in his passport. He also claimed to have helped an extraterrestrial craft to land in Scotland after learning the correct communication protocols. And interestingly enough, he's been putting forward a theory about a $15 trillion cash, basically from CIA drug trafficking, that was caught up in an Australian bank, which collapsed in 1980 and did apparently have links to the CIA. Supposedly the head guy committed suicide and the other guy disappeared and was never found. So there you have it. Toronto Star, true crime, something about Indigenous children, story about garment workers suffering in factories. Global Times from China, people getting vaccinated, looking happy, 1 billion shots in China. Over on the right, Taiwan have taken delivery of 2.5 million Moderna vaccines from the US, so making China happy again. Irish Examiner, true crime story, property, GSOC staff shortage, that's the people who investigate the police. Sinkhole in the driveway, sale of alcohol in seating areas illegal. So in Ireland, it's basically illegal to drink outside, even if you're sitting at a table that's outside a pub. Irish Times, picture cyclists passing some cows there. Cows don't look too happy. Story on the right, a think tank saying that people on the pandemic payments would be better off in work. I mean, that's what you would expect to hear from a think tank that are funded by big business and the state. Something about buying the maternity hospital site. Story again about outdoor seating areas being illegal. Irish Independent, vaccine story. There's Hazel Chew on the left. Lord Mayor of Dublin got married at the weekend. Congratulations. Story on the right about holidays. Irish Daily Mail, the real reason Diana was in Paris on the night of the crash. I took a look into this and they just basically said it's because she didn't want to go back to the UK because the paparazzi were after her because supposedly the Tories were annoyed at her anti-mining campaign or something like that. So journalists were the reason she wouldn't go back and journalists were the reason she died. There you have it. Story about the Gardaí again saying outdoor seating is illegal, whatever. There's Hazel Chew throwing the flowers. Irish Sun, now the Fundemic, alrighty. Bit of thirst posting on the left. Football, Guardian. Minister Sal Johnson consult the entire cabinet, not just the number 10 clique. Alright, there's some people at a a rock concert of some type. They got their devil horns in the air, looks good fun. Rural house prices story. English Independent, 4 stories at the top. Tories, new drink advice is right out of Gilead. Okay, someone learning to cycle, something about poetry, football. Schools to weigh pupils over fears of obesity spike. This is apparently coming back in. So they used to do it in England, but then COVID happened and now they're going back to do it. They're going to weigh kids in school. That does sound like something out of Gilead, to be honest. English Times, let Scots in the whole of the UK vote on independence, Johnson urged. Okay, this is the Tory strategy. They're going to basically let Scots all over the United Kingdom and presumably Northern Ireland to vote on independence. Strange one, because last time around it was just people who lived in Scotland, so let's see how that works out. Something about the virus, there's the Duke of Cambridge and his kids, because it was Father's Day. Some story as well brewing about Archie being a prince, that's the son of Harry, that they might block it or he can wait till 18 or something like that. Daily Tory graph, there he is again, William and the kids. It's his birthday today, he's supposedly 39. He looks 59 in that photo, to be honest. Pension pandemic story. Story down the bottom about Israel urges leaders to drop the Iran nuclear deal. Okay, I guess they would say that. Daily Express, there's William again. Something about pensions being raided to pay for the pandemic. Vaccine story, football story. Daily Mail, same Diana story from the Irish Daily Mail. William again and the kids, vaccines. Daily Mirror, oh, there's Diana. It would have been her 60th birthday or something. Rest in peace. Something about the rush to save summer, people getting jabs. Metro, TikTok to help unlock. That's talking about social media to encourage people to get vaccinated. There's William again. William Arthur Philip Louis Mountbatten Windsor, Duke of Cambridge, Earl of Stratham, and Baron Carrickfergus, Royal Knight Companion of the Most Noble Order of the Garter, and a Knight of the Most Ancient and Most Noble Order of the Thistle. He is, of course, the nephew of Prince Andrew, who's wanted for questioning in connection with the billionaire paedophile financier Jeffrey Epstein, RIP. That's it for the day. If you want to stay off corporate or even state media, just click the link in the description. Alright, thanks, good luck.